June 21st is the day when the North Pole points directly toward the sun and the tilt is at maximum. The days are longest then, as most of the northern hemisphere is exposed. Down in the south, the days are shortest as the Earth itself blocks light from reaching the shivering inhabitants. As the Earth moves around the sun, the tilt remains the same. The autumnal equinox, September 22nd or 23rd, is the day when day and night are of equal length, 12 hours each, just as they are on the vernal equinox in spring on March 20th. Equinox comes from the Latin for equal and night. When the northern hemisphere leans away from the sun, less light reaches the surface. This is autumn for us, and eventually winter. Longer days come to the southern hemisphere as shorter days come to the north. The summer solstice of June 21st is also the moment when the sun is highest in the sky. The Earth is actually closer to the sun in January rather than June. It's not the distance, it's the tilt. The best way to demonstrate this is by holding one hand up as a fist and the other as a flat palm representing the Earth's tilt. As your palm moves around the fist, you should see how the tilt creates the seasons and why they are reversed in the southern hemisphere. Be thankful that we have them. One long summer or one long winter would not support life. At the midsummer and midwinter solstices, the conditions can become very peculiar indeed. The summer sun will not set for 6 months at the north and south poles, but when it does set, it does not rise for another 6. Northern countries, such as Finland, also experience the midnight sun effect. Number 2. Why is it hotter at the equator? There are 2 reasons why the equator is hotter than the rest of the planet. Strangely enough, the fact that it is physically closer to the sun than, say, the North Pole is not relevant. The main reason is that the Earth curves less in the equatorial region. The same amount of sunlight is spread over a smaller area. Also, the sun's rays have to pass through less atmosphere to reach the equatorial band, and so retain more of their heat. Number 3. What is a vacuum? A perfect vacuum is a space with absolutely nothing in it. No air, no matter of any kind. Like the temperature of absolute zero, negative 273.15 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Kelvin, it exists only in theory. The light bulbs in your home have a partial vacuum, with most of the air taken out as part of the manufacturing process. Without that partial vacuum, the filament would burn far faster, as air contains oxygen. The classic science experiment to show one quality of a vacuum is to put a ticking clock inside a bell jar and expel the air with a pump. Quite quickly, the sound becomes inaudible. Without air molecules to carry sound vibrations, there can be no sound. That is why, in space, no one can hear you scream. Number 4. What is latitude and longitude? The Earth is a globe. The system of latitude and longitude is a man-made system for identifying a location anywhere on the surface. Latitude takes the equator as a line of 0. If you cut the world in half at that point, you would have a horizontal plate. The center point of that plate is at 90 degrees to the poles above and below it. Latitude is not measured in miles, but in the degrees between 90 and 0 in both hemispheres. London, for example, is at 51 degrees latitude north. The curve representing the 90-degree change is split into imaginary lines called parallels, because they are all parallel to one another and the equator. With something as large as the Earth, even a single degree can be unwieldy. For both longitude and latitude, each degree is split into